The Price is Right.
If you think that we're offensive people, you should hear us off the radio.
No
My
kidding.
God.
Sarah and No Name, they do the morning show, ruling on the airwaves. Alice Radio, Maddie's the producer, and Hooman runs the boards. Me, I'm Black the Ripper, representing for the dwarves. Oh yeah, listen in now. Sarah and No Name are after dark.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
It's the only late night show. It's the only late night show. It's the only late night show.
So one of the raddest things that I've seen since I've been a new dad, Sarah. One of the
fingering her mitt.
One of like I just for those of you who don't know, kind of been sort of new dad. I got like a 2-year-old and like an 8-month-old. But so it's been kind of like last couple of years have been
Bit of a roller coaster.
I don't know, but you realize that a little kid and Junko's my firstborn. That's who the story's about. You realize that being a new person in this world, it's all about discovery. And last night, I saw a discovery happen that was just completely amazing. Y'all know, kids like to run around naked.
Sure.
He wants to be a naked baby, so, before I put him in his PJs at night, whatever,
He gets some naked
he
time.
runs around naked, and he's all having a laughing and thinks it's funny and wants me to chase him and all that crap. So, dude, so he's running around naked, and Chrissy's like in the other kid's room, Yabo's room, and he's running round and round, and I'm doing some other crap and stuff. And all of a sudden, like I walk in, and you see him, and he's like pointing. He's like, "What's that? What's that?" And the look on his face is horrified. I mean, he is completely freaked out. And I'm like, what's he pointing at? I look over, and there's a nice, sizable turd that fell out of his butt while he was running around. And he was freaked out. It was the first time he ever saw his own poop.
Sure.
I was like, that's your poop, man. And he didn't know what it was. And he's like, it's like chocolate. And he was kind of staring at it. And it was like this weird kind of like primitive caveman moment. Like I was like, this probably was like when like caveman discovered fire. Like he's sitting there staring at it and he didn't understand what it was or where it came from.
Huh?
And so we're trying to explain like, poop comes from you. And we're trying to like
From
make
the
it.
food that you
Oh
eat.
man. And he was like, he was totally freaked out about it, man. He's just like looking at it and he's like kind of pointing at it. And we didn't want to touch it. He was kind of like freaking out about it. But I mean, I was like, man, how lucky am I to be there for that parenting moment when your son sees his first poop and realizes it's something foreign. Poop, Sarah! Poop!
Sarah is the queen of celebrity trash. You played the game, she kicked your ass.
Sylvester Stallone has admitted to illegally importing 48 vials of banned human growth hormone.
Oh my
into Australia.
God!
Yes, he was not at the hearing. However, he did send a letter saying, I made a terrible mistake, not because I was attempting to deceive anyone, but I was simply ignorant of your official rules. He also admitted to throwing 4 vials of the testosterone, 4 vials of something additional, testosterone, as opposed to the human growth hormone, out of a Sydney hotel window during a raid.
There's still some stuff in the basement.
Later by customs officials.
It's so silly they're going after Rocky for steroids. Like, who cares? He's Rocky. He's 65 years old. He's buffer than anyone I've ever seen. Like, what's the big deal? Who's he hurting other than himself?
He'll be sentenced on Monday. The maximum penalty for this is 5 years in prison and over $91,000 in fines.
Let me tell you something. They put Rocky Balboa in prison. I'm gonna freak the F out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna freak, Sarah.
Well, he just
Australia.
won't go back to Australia ever. I mean, if they hand down a sentence, he won't be able to go there.
Why does Australia hate steroids, and why do they hate Rocky Balboa?
His lawyer says that
This is
Stallone
outrageous.
was taking hormones under doctor's supervision for an undisclosed medical condition, saying this is not some back alley bodybuilder dealing covertly with some banned substance.
Who cares if it is?
You know what? You know why they did it? Because Rocky stands for everything that's good about America. He is America personified, and those stinking Aussies don't get it.
I own this place.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, like,
it's a banned substance. It's a banned substance. It's not their fault that he's stupid enough to bring the stuff in there.
Look at all that Rocky's given to the world.
Tell me he didn't know. If he had known, he would have declared it as he went through.
Rocky single-handedly tore down the wall.
He caught
the Cold War ended because he beat Drago in Rocky 3. Everybody knows
with his bare hands. The guy's superhuman.
I had no idea.
This is the thanks he gets?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. I'm outraged. I don't know exactly where my outrage is going to funnel to, but I am outraged this morning, people. Rocky just wants the competitive edge. What's wrong with that? You tell me. You tell me, Sarah.
If I could get a word in edgewise, I might.
Who is Rocky Balboa hurting with his human growth hormone intake.
Maybe he's hurting himself. You ever think of that?
Ridiculous.
Huh? Maybe he's overdoing it.
Leave Rocky
The man
alone.
is 60 years old.
Pretty cool story
Half-ass
today.
news.
This one's actually getting some coverage. I guess California is proposing this new execution chamber and procedures. It's such a cool story.
Fun. Woohoo.
Yeah. Arnold. This is pretty rad, man.
New death chamber procedures.
Give me some like Price is Right music. This is pretty rad. I guess he proposed completing a new execution chamber and requiring more oversight of prison officials. So I guess they're going to basically have this lethal injection team. I guess they're saying that a lot of these guys, when they kill people, it's just because it's like the first time the guy's ever killed somebody.
Right.
Like the execution guy's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, dude. I don't do this all the time. So what he wants to do is have like this lethal injection team. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's what they'd specialize in it. And I guess what they're saying is that, they would basically, these people would be trained to monitor I guess they do 3 injections. One is to kind of kill the pain, and then, one to kill the pain and put them to sleep. And then the third injection wipes them out.
The killer.
So they'd be trained to monitor them, which is, a little bit more humane way to put someone down. But this is the cool stuff. They say that that the new death chamber, 50 yards away from the existing one, includes 3 separate viewing rooms.
Oh, viewing rooms.
Check this out. Your new death chamber also includes a holding cell and a large area for executioners to prepare the lethal injection. I mean, come on, people. That's your new death chamber. We've taken the old cruddy one that used to be the gas chamber and expanded it with 3 lovely viewing areas to see some criminal get taken out.
Down in front.
Yeah, all for a total cost of about $700,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
Our death row inmates deserve a new execution chamber.
Yeah, they're the
And,
best.
really
They
exciting
are
stuff
the
today.
best of all the inmates that are on death row.
You get it all. I just love the way it's described. It's like 3 lovely viewing areas and a preparation room for the death team to prepare the lethal injections with. You can have it all in the state of California.
If the price is right.
Still ahead.
Can you believe she fell into Franny's casket? Coming up.
How to turn your shoe into a weapon.